Welcome to SkinnyBob Reacts. I'm sure many of you know who I am already. I have been stuck in this fucking Nevada bunker for a long time now. Thank God for YouTube. Welcome to my channel, the place where conspiracy gets creepy and TikToks get weird. I'm your host, SkinnyBob, your favorite extraterrestrial whistleblower, here to uncover the truth, react to the internet's strangest content, and maybe expose a few secrets along the way. I have been around for a long time, so I'm sure I have some stuff you will love to hear. So, if it's unexplained, unsettling, or just straight up bizarre, we're watching it. Buckle up, truth seekers. It's time to react.
But I got more. This is Trump accidentally admitting that, yes, he is in the Epstein files. Listen closely.
They were run by Chris Wray, and they were run by Comey, and because it was actually even before that administration, right? They've been running these files. And so much of the things that we found were fake with me. And so much of the things that we found were fake with me. And so much of the things that we found were fake with me.
So much of the things we found in the Epstein files were fake with me. Accidentally admitting, yeah, I'm all over the Epstein files. In fact, he flagged the FBI and said, hey, you guys got to go through all the Epstein files and remove all of the stuff involving President Trump. This is from Midas Touch here. FBI agents told to flag mentions of Trump in Epstein records, says Senator Durbin. My office was told that these personnel were instructed to flag any records in which President Trump was mentioned. Gee, I wonder why. I wonder what they're going to do with those records. Tough one to figure out. Okay, now...
Busted Donald. We're about to watch another clip from this same man, and I seriously recommend checking out his channel.
Now, the story gets darker and goes deeper. Ready? This just came out. Trump hosted party for young women where Epstein was the only guest, according to the New York Times. Donald Trump once hosted a party featuring young women where Jeffrey Epstein was the only other guest, the New York Times reported over the weekend. In an article titled Inside the Long Friendship Between Trump and Epstein, Alan Feuer and Matthew Goldstein write that for nearly 15 years, the two men socialized together in Manhattan and Palm Beach, Florida, before a falling out that preceded Mr. Epstein's first arrest. Part of that article contains an interesting anecdote about the party. According to the report, when Mr. Trump hosted a party at Mar-a-Lago for young women in a so-called calendar girl competition, Mr. Epstein was the only other guest. The report cites George Horanay, that's too on the nose, a Florida-based businessman who arranged the event. Mr. Horanay recalled being surprised that Mr. Epstein was the only other person on the guest list. The report states, before quoting the man, I said, Donald, this is supposed to be a party with VIPs. Mr. Horanay told the New York Times in 2019, you're telling me it's you and Epstein? The article continues, Mr. Horanay's then-girlfriend and business partner, Jill Harth, later accused Mr. Trump of sexual misconduct on the night of the party. In a lawsuit, Ms. Harth said that Mr. Trump took her into a bedroom and forcibly kissed her and fondled her and restrained her from leaving. She also said that a 22-year-old contestant told her that Mr. Trump later that night crawled into her bed uninvited. How did we not know about this before? So Trump hosted a party for young women at Mar-a-Lago where Epstein was the only other guest. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Are you kidding me? But it gets worse. So Midas Touch, just this past weekend, they come out with this. Unearthed, Donald Trump judges the 1991 Look of the Year modeling competition organized by Elite Model Management. More on that in a little bit. Remember, Elite Model Management. Featuring participants as young as 14 years old. A 2020 Guardian investigation into Elite's Look of the Year competition uncovered allegations from former contestants and industry insiders that the competition was used by founder John Casablancas and others to engage in sexual relationships with vulnerable young models, some of whom were teenagers. So here's Trump, 1991, at this modeling agency event, staring at scantily clad 14-year-olds. Watch this. Here we go.
The 58 contestants participated in an exhaustive round of personal interviews designed to help our judges discover what makes each one special.
Your 5'9" reading? Serious, huh? We may measure again tonight before the Okay. Thank you very much, Amy.
The concentration was intense inside the judging room.
I don't like you as you are.
And out.
I'm just so excited.
Each girl was considered not only for her beauty and poise, but also for her personality. and that indefinable something extra that makes a top model.
Okay, you want to pull your hair back 1 second? Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Ingrid. Good luck for tonight.
Thank you.
When it came time to choose the 21 finalists, emotions ran high as each judge expressed his or her opinion.
So that is incredibly disturbing. But guys, remember I told you, remember the name of these modeling agencies that we're talking about here, because guess what? Trump Model Management. So he had his own modeling agency, Trump did. Trump Model Management was a front for international sex trafficking. Epstein got some of his victims through Donald, and they shared some too. Everyone knew. Articles were written about it in mainstream publications, and Trump shut down a Senate investigation during his first term. So here we go, a Forbes article. Trump involved in human trafficking, mafia matters, probable money laundering. That was one article. That's in Forbes. The Daily Kos has an article here as well. We all knew about the sex trafficking, the untold story of Trump Model Management. More. Senator calls for Homeland Security to investigate Trump's model agency. I am extremely concerned by the claims levied against Trump Model Management. Justice for Jane Doe's, Trump sex trafficking, and the writers who stopped writing about it. Holy shit. So I'll recommend for you guys right now, there's a Daily Kos article, which came out in 2016. Quote, we all knew about the trafficking, the untold story of Trump Model Management. Go read that, and your mind will be absolutely blown. We're talking about a situation here where, first of all, I mean, just stop and think about it. Imagine having a 30-something, 40-something-year-old guy, right? Imagine I went to Crystal, and I said, hey, Crystal, I got a new business venture that I'm going to do. I'm going to be the head of a teenage modeling agency where I evaluate the talent. Right off the bat, that's not one red flag. That's strike one, you're out. That's red flag on top of red flag within red flag. Because you know there's some sketchy shit going on. You got a 40-something-year-old dude, maybe even 50. I don't even know how old Trump was at the time, right? And you're looking at scantily clad 14-year-olds. And by the way, a lot of these women come from these like, you know, very poor Eastern Bloc countries, and they come over here. They have no safety net, no protection from other family members, and they get absolutely taken advantage of by these wealthy businessmen. But this is what absolutely deserves an investigation. And this is why Trump is panicking about the Epstein files. Because him and Epstein not only were buddies, Trump is not only on the Epstein list, they were business partners in human trafficking. That's the reality of the situation, y'all. And that's what nobody wants to say. All right, let me give you some more. They weren't just rich creeps. Trump, Epstein, and Casablancas, that's the guy with the other modeling agency, and Brunel were part of an organized predatory network of pedophiles, using modeling contests, private dinners, and fake opportunities to prey on teenage girls. Here's how they work together in plain sight. Let's start with John Casablancas, founder of Elite Model Management. That's the one that had the 14-year-old competition. Okay. Openly dated teenage models, ran Look of the Year contests worldwide. Many girls were underage. He admitted to sleeping with girls as young as 14. That didn't stop the parties or the business. Casablancas and Trump were close. They co-hosted private dinners where models were made to walk across tables so Trump could stick his head under their skirts. Casablancas bragged about letting Trump date his models. Trump even sent Ivanka to him for modeling at age 14. A prolific pedophile, and you send your 14-year-old daughter? Holy shit, this is dark. Casablancas wasn't alone. Enter Jean-Luc Brunel, another modeling agent with a long trail of rape and trafficking accusations. He ran Karen Models and later MC2, a front Epstein used to bring in girls. Let me repeat that. Here we have another member of this plot. Had his own modeling agency. Rape allegations, trafficking allegations. Ran these companies, which was a front used that Epstein used to bring in girls. One victim said, quote, Jean-Luc handed me over to Epstein like I was a toy. Brunel's ties to Epstein ran deep. Epstein funded Brunel's modeling agency. Brunel then supplied Epstein with underage girls, many from overseas. French prosecutors had multiple rape charges against him. He died mysteriously in prison of suicide, they say. This is where it gets even deeper, because as you know, there's a tremendous amount of evidence that Epstein was Mossad, which is Israeli CIA. So this isn't just an elite pedophile ring. It's an elite pedophile blackmail ring to get dirt on powerful people that can be used for political purposes, right? And so Epstein was involved in that. This other guy was likely involved in that too, because it's all part of the same network, right? And so this guy wound up dead by suicide. just like Epstein. Wow, what a surprise.
Things are looking darker and darker for Trump right now. But honestly, none of this surprises me anymore. The truth just keeps getting uglier by the day. And these are the people running the world? What do you think? I was on Trump's side because I believed in him, but now he's just like all the other ones. I'm angry, I'm frustrated, and I feel stupid. Fucking stupid. But what the hell can we even do?
So you're telling me that thousands of fish turn up dead at Lake Washington and thousands more are dying, and there's nothing wrong with that? Matter of fact, look at this shit. I want you to take a minute and look and see what's going on here.
Bro.
Listen to this man.
Like what?
How did all those fish die?
Bro, this is crazy.
You see, everything happens for a reason. Tell me what reason you think that all of those fish died.
Did somebody put something in the water?
Yeah.
And it's all the way back out through there, bro.
Look at this shit.
Look at all those fish.
Yeah, all right. Do I need to remind you that there is only two things that could have happened in that situation? It's either someone or something put something in that water and those fish just turned up dead, or we could be looking at a situation like we just looked at when those animals were leaving Yellowstone Park. And if that's a situation like that, and those fish are taking their own life, then we might have a way worse situation on our hands. So the person that made that video said him and his father took a trip to Lake Washington like they usually do. But as they got closer to Lake Washington, he smelled something that he's never smelled before. And he said he thought maybe it was a dead pig or a dead animal or something like that, but he didn't think it was that many dead fish. And as you can see in that video, it was more than just a little bit of fish. Now, apparently, something happened that wasn't supposed to happen in that area, and nobody's saying anything about it. Because I'm quite sure the person that made the video is not the only person that's seen all those dead fish. So I ask, what do you think happened? I'm out.
A child that's transgender.
Absolutely.
And that's, that warms my heart, particularly as a black man. My heart, particularly as a black man.
But come on, Obama. Isn't it 2025? You're always preaching about respect, pride, and the whole progressive package, yet you're still hiding in the closet? If you love another man, then own it. Be a man and stand up. You could have been America's first openly gay president, and maybe even inspired others to do the same.
The ancients didn't have an FDA telling them what they could or could not do with their consciousness. And they were very attuned to the natural world. And whether it's the biblical stories of Moses with the manna in the wilderness, the angel food or star food, or the original Christian sacrament, the bread and wine, were both psychotropic. There's no question about that from a purely academic perspective. What you've got are gatekeepers that are trying to keep us from entering the promised land, literally. And I'm not saying psychedelics are the only way to enter that gate, but it is true that this is what the ancients were doing. And it's now coming back in our world for a very profound spiritual purpose.
Breaking, shocking news. Possibly hostile alien threat detected in unknown interstellar object, a shocking new study claims. New York Post posted this. And they go on to say that we could potentially have an attack on Earth in November. Now, do you think this is fear-mongering or conditioning for a potential Project You-Know-What beam? If you want to hear a deep dive on this, we'll cover that and a lot more on my Rumble livestream channel. Free to download, free to watch, and free speech, most importantly. Comment Rumble below and check your DMs. I'll send you a link. Make an account, follow me there, and turn on live notifications so you don't miss my upload.
Seriously, this is not true. This is so Project Blue Beam. But I don't say there is no aliens. Of course there is aliens. I'm an alien, and I really hope they are coming back for me soon. This world is making me crazy. You don't understand how programmed you are and how bad this fucking place is, Sue. I really hope they are coming, soon. But yes, this is just crazy blue beam that soon is going to hit you. Sometimes I'm happy I'm stuck in this Nevada bunker anyway.
Dream. Have you guys heard about the crazy stuff that's currently taking place in Thailand right now, y'all? Man, I told y'all, man, everything that we have been told is a lie, man. Do you guys know what's currently happening with these monks? So now we know the real secrets as to why these monks are able to sit in boiling hot waters for hours upon waters. So y'all, they just raided the temples in Thailand and they found out a whole bunch of these monks tested positive for meth, y'all. Check this out.
A third of the Buddhist monks at a temple in northern Thailand have tested positive for meth. 6 out of 18 monks at Wat Protham in Pijit province were disrobed after failing surprise drug tests during a police raid on Monday. Officers also found meth pills, a homemade gun, and bullets hidden in the temple. The 6 monks were kicked out of the monkhood and sent for rehabilitation.
Wait a minute. A gun and bullets? What happened to the divine? What happened to Buddha will protect you? What happened to that? Now in other news, there is some type of clash going on between Thailand and Cambodia. And Cambodia retaliated by, yeah, y'all, sending those things. Yes.
It's looking like a war could end up breaking out here in Thailand with what's happened with Cambodia today. For those who don't know, Cambodia have shot missiles and rockets into Thailand, killing over 9 people, leaving 14 people injured, 1 being a Thai soldier. It's looking really, really scary, and it's looking like a war could end up breaking out.
And the reason why they're fighting is for the temples in the land, what the Buddhist monks just got in trouble for. They want the lands closer to the borders, so maybe that's why the federal agencies went to get those monks, y'all. This is crazy. But yes, y'all, so much going on, and now Cambodia and Thailand is into the mix, man. Y'all see this stuff? Let me know down in the comments below, y'all. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. The shift is here. Let's get it. Peace in.
These monks. This actually isn't anything new in Thailand. It's gotten so bad that the monks have formed their own internal monk police to travel around and drug test fellow monks on a regular basis. I spent 9 months in Thailand last year. I go there pretty often, and at the time, there was a huge scandal involving wealthy elites organizing monks into high society circles, making serious money from shady operations. The authorities didn't release many details, but large amounts of drugs, gold, and luxury cars were confiscated. And monks aren't even allowed to own anything, not even the temple offerings. You're also not supposed to touch them, though you can place things in their hands. Monks are highly respected in Thailand, you know. They often get fast-track treatment at airports and border crossings. You get the picture. Aren't we living in a completely insane time?
The Trump Tower has a height of exactly 666 feet. According to NYC Architecture, Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, owns a property at 666 Fifth Avenue. Independent researcher Miles Mathis traces Trump's largely obfuscated genealogy and found that he is actually... Trump also has an Rh-negative blood type, which links him to the Merovingian bloodline, a royal lineage which researcher Raymond Wilson found includes almost every other U.S. president. Trump also attended Fordham University, a Jesuit school, and in the formula, Fritz Springmeier and Cisco Wheeler exposed Jesuit universities as covert mind control and programming centers. Montauk and elite family cult whistleblower Alondra Markman also revealed how he saw Trump participate in certain rituals. Follow me for more hidden knowledge.
Aliens to invade the United States this November? That's what the news is saying. Not only are they saying that they're going to attack us November, it is even crazier, but we'll get to that part in 1 minute. You won't even believe me. Look, remember, many of us have known that this was coming. This, you get it, possible hostile alien threat detected in unknown interstellar object, and it's slated to attack our planet in November according to a controversial new study. I gotta blank this one out because many people don't like the source, but there's many news agencies saying the same thing, and that's not even the craziest part. Why don't you look at this flyer right here? Alien Earth, a new show coming in a few days, showing the alien with the Earth in its mouth. By the way, look at this one, very curious. Coming on August 12th, just a few months before November. So do you remember when I made the video about Charlie Kirk posting to his own Twitter that they were seeing UFOs and the pilots of the plane were talking about the UFOs that were surrounding them? And I told you guys there was most definitely a meaning for that. Well, on Twitter, a lot of people were alleging that the leader of the US was going to come out with alien life declassification because people were getting antsy about a certain situation, certain pieces of paper with certain people's names on it. Starts with an E. And then just a few days later, New York Times, other places are saying that we are possibly going to be attacked by aliens. What a time to be alive. And by the way, it's not just a BB, it's an elaborate scheme with many different places and faces and people, and demons and fallen angels and everything. Because what if under your feet there were certain things going on right now? It's more than just demons, it's the most demonic thing your mind can conceive. But there's a layer, like an onion layer, to every declassification for every brainwave and every pattern of thought. Like this right here, saying they're interdimensional beings. But to truly understand the nature and just the whole aspect of what's going on, you need to know history. To the North Pole, the people go.
To the North.
He's absolutely right. They're warming you up with all their Hollywood crap. And they don't even care if you notice. We're already halfway through 2025, and like some folks around here in Nevada have been whispering, this is the year. I'm only hearing rumors, yeah. But something is definitely happening. Believe me, I'm on your side and I'll keep you as updated as I can. But be prepared. Listen to this guy. He's smart. He knows what he's talking about. Take care of each other. And don't fall for the whole left versus right, right versus left nonsense. That's just part of their programming. Part of the game. Keep you divided so it's never all of us against them, but always us against us. That way, they get to do whatever they want in the background. It's like two parents sending the kids off to fight so they can sneak into the bedroom for private time. Get it?
Ahora mismito en vivo, Castel, reporting for you. Ahora mismito en vivo, mira los monos atrás de un tigre, se le mandó. Míralo ahí, Castel, ve. Se le mandó Castel en vivo, voy con ustedes, Castel, mira. Se le mandó, manito, mira, lo iban a chocar, mira, lo chocan, Castel, en vivo. En vivo, mami, chocan los monos, loco, ahora mismo, mira. El bus de la... Oh, my God, my friend, lo chocaron, mira. Por todos lados, juidero, manito, mire, qué juidero. Mi gente, chocan a los monos ahora mismo, qué juidero, mi gente. Se incendió el mejor reportero. Oh, se lo están buscando, el tipo todavía corrió para allá, un juidero de pinga. Oh, se lo chocaron en vivo ahora mismo. Oh, se la bolsa de aire y todo salió. Reportando por ustedes. Ven, maneja. Wow, loco, qué bobo. Castel Studio, Lucky Da, my friend, qué juidero, mi gente. Mira, lo chocaron, está todo bien. Wow, qué bobo, loco. Qué juidero ahora mismito, mi gente. Parece que se le mandó el tipo. Qué buen reportero, se le fue. Hasta el trabajador está conmigo. My friend, you saw what happened? Ya you sabe, mi gente. Entremos ahora mismito. Mírenlo ahí, le dio. Cayéndole atrás un tigre, mi gente. Qué bobo, Castel Studio, ya tú sabes, reportando para ti, manito. En vivo ahora mismo. That's crazy right now. Ya ustedes a los niños de la escuela también, ahora mismo. Bobo.
So you're telling...
Fuck the police coming straight from the underground. Yo. Man, I f***ing love that track. That's a good one.
All right, next up, we have a piece of news that is an absolute bombshell in the world of robotics. The Chinese company Unitree has just dropped their new humanoid robot, the R1. And what's got everyone's head spinning isn't just how impressive this thing is, but its absolutely groundbreaking price tag. The R1 starts at just 39,900 yuan, which is about $5,900. This machine is being marketed as being born for sport, and based on the launch video, it is totally living up to the hype. We're seeing this thing perform incredibly agile feats, like cartwheels, walking on its hands, and even running downhill, which just showcases its advanced stability and flexibility. The robot stands about 4 feet tall, weighs a pretty light 25 kilograms or 55 pounds, and features 26 degrees of freedom, which is what allows for its remarkably fluid movement. Under the hood, the R1 is powered by a multimodal AI model that combines both visual and voice recognition. This allows it to perceive its surroundings with 3D mapping and adapt to unexpected situations on the fly. So it's not just following pre-programmed routines, it's actively processing the world around it. And while the base model is seriously impressive on its own, Unitree is also targeting developers and researchers with the EDU model. This version includes the powerful NVIDIA Jetson Orin platform for more advanced AI development and comes with an open software kit to encourage people to build custom applications. You can even get a super dexterous hand as an add-on. But let's talk about that price again, because the sub $6,000 starting point is a massive deal for this industry. It drastically lowers the barrier to entry for advanced robotics. Just for context, Unitree's previous G1 model started at around $16,000, and other competitors' bots can cost anywhere from $20,000 to over $90,000. So this isn't just a small price drop, it's a fundamental shift. By making a capable humanoid this accessible, Unitree is putting incredibly powerful tools into the hands of startups, researchers, and even hobbyists, which could seriously accelerate the pace of innovation across the entire field. This is one to watch.
I'll admit it. I'd love to have a cleaning robot in my bunker. But let's not ignore the darker side of this tech. When the elites manage to put one of these robots in every household, it's not just about convenience anymore. It becomes constant surveillance. And worse, imagine a future where that harmless helper can lock you inside your own home, hold you hostage in your own living room. You see where this is going. Now that these things are selling for around $6,000, the same price as my electric bike, it's suddenly affordable. All my neighbors have e-bikes too, so don't be surprised if these bots start popping up everywhere. Just be careful, everyone. This is only the beginning. But hey, that's all I've got for today. If you found this interesting, please consider subscribing to the channel and sticking around for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Ciao!